Well, good evening, everybody. How are you tonight? It's good to have you here. I am so glad to be here. Yes, so I tore down all the wiring yesterday and rewired everything and put my old camera up here because I got a flat pancake lens to help with it. So, because it needed to have a job to do. And I put the other one up there. So I had an overhead that I think works better as overhead, I'm hoping. But yeah, so here we are. It is Sunday, the first Sunday in November. Yes, it is. Oh my goodness. So, um, I was just listening to Roy. What a day. Yes, Roy has had a day. He has had a day. Um, so let's see who all is here first before we get into rolling into things. Linda's here. Thank you. And Tamara sent some stuff in. She's had a kind of waiting for a plumber. The hot water system's not working as it should. We're getting burnt or freezing. Oh, jeez, that's no fun. No fun at all. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so and Larry is here. Larry, thank you for sending stuff in. It's really pretty. You guys are gonna like it. And Angie says, hi, Angie. Back to Angie. And Tamara saying hi to everybody. And stupid clock change. Hey, uh, put it in put it in the comments if you would like me to move a half an hour earlier. I think I would get there. I know some friends of mine that are on the East Coast that is like, I'm in bed by 9, but and so if we went half an hour earlier, Caroline's here. Yay! Hi. My crafty adventures. Yay! My pal from Caroline's here from Creative Camp. And I was watching her today do a wreath. She was doing a holiday wreath and she was concerned that she was getting into the Christmas spirit way too soon. And no, I think it's fine. You do you. That's the thing. Annalena, like I said, Annalena literally that huge display that she had up, that they had their whole, the whole I don't know. It's like they need another house to store all this stuff. Um, and they then decided to, they took it down the next day and then she put up the first Christmas tree. Man, already. So, that's what they do. They're busy people. So, anyway, tonight we have some great art. Tonight we have story and art. Yes. Well, and what Annalena says is that she's not giving up on Thanksgiving. Don't, she's still having it, but Christmas just goes from November 1st through the 27th of November, I think it is, and then Thanksgiving's the 28th, and then the 29th to the end is Christmas. That's kind of how she rolls, which is fine. And I'm just really glad that we got some of those the Govee lights, which is the same as my lights back here, those 2 bar lights, and I can change the colors on. And there's an app for those. But we got a string light of them for out front, and they have different holiday themes. You can have them and you can just change the colors based on holiday or whatever. So I think that's kind of fun. It'll make it easier on Bob because he always kind of has a fit about putting up Christmas lights too soon. Uh, okay. Okay. Tamara says, do what I want. They have Christmas down. They started in, yes. Well, now that Larry and Angie aren't doing their show, that they were doing one at 5. And so I wanted to go after them, but I might move it up earlier. Well, yeah, I'll put a kind of a poll out in the community tab, see what you guys think. But I think it wouldn't hurt. And plus it's just dark. It's dark. Anyway, got my tea, I'm got ready. Are you guys ready for some story time tonight? I am, but first we have show and tell. Yes, we do. We have. All right. So show and tell tonight. First up, we have Larry. And let me move me over the side here for this. Um, so Larry sent this in. He said something different. I love it. Larry, it reminds me of Peter Max. You remember Peter Max? Anybody our age remembers Peter Max, you know? The Beatles, uh, Yellow Submarine cover, the whole bit. That's that whole Peter Max era. I love this. I absolutely love this. It's our mountains around here. This is down on the river, down where your property is, down on the isn't it your property on the Cowlitz? I think. Um, yeah. Let's see. Oh, Monica! Monica! Oh my gosh! Hey, beautiful girl! Oh my gosh, Monica! I've been so enjoying some of this stuff you've been doing. Oh, when you were teaching the line dancing the other day, you guys. This is my Monica today. The artistic medium is she's the lady who did my Grandma Goo art bag and everything. Oh my gosh, Monica, I miss you so much. Gosh. I mean, geez, our Christmas parties up at Terry's house. Oh, I'm just so thrilled to see you just out there enjoying life and doing so much. So much. It's so cool to see you. And thank you for being here. Oh my gosh. Um, yes, Larry, this is it did when I opened it mm, on in the email, I just went, "Oh, wow, it's like all Peter Max like and so cool." It's always been some of my favorite. And also remember when I read the catalog about the bears that had the kind of line drawing, but it was all done in black and white. This is the kind of line drawing that had that kind of in that background. I love it. Uh, uh, oh my gosh. Anyway, my friend just Monica lives up in Arlington. So it's kind of like at the opposite end of Puget Sound. So it's kind of a trek. It's an hour and 20 minutes to the ferry, catch the ferry, then another 45 minutes up to her place. So, yeah. Yay. Hi, Fatima's here. Yay. Yeah, it's just exactly. This is Linda says it all. It's just perfect. Exactly. Exactly. So let's do this. All right. So I think next is mine. Yeah. All right. So I finished Inktober, you guys. The last few days of Inktober. Uh, I ended up doing the whole thing. Oh, let me go grab the finished piece. Hang on. I didn't grab it. Oh, wait. Oh. All right. All right. I'm back. See, it wasn't too far. So like I said, I did every day in Inktober. I did a different Zentangle. So we started out here. These, and then the idea was to do one in a thumbnail type thing and then to add it to an individual large piece where they all went together. So these were these. I showed some of these to you guys before. And then this. And here was the last week. And then the last day was Swarm. This one I was doodling here. But take all of those and you put them together day by day, and that's what I got. That's what I did for the final piece. I'm not sure which way it's supposed to go. which way I like it the most. But this was my Inktober 2024 Zentangle. So there's 31 different kind of Zentangles in there all mixed together. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna I won't surpass Patty. Oh my goodness. Um, yeah, Carolyn, I was doing these at camp. Um, and, uh, and then I came back and finished the last few days. So I'm pretty pleased with that. And then one of them, I have to show you this if I can find this. So this one is called Flounder, and it kind of reminded me of sort of a spider type thing. So I made it into, did I show you for Halloween? I made it into like a double, either two spiders head to head or a big double headed spider type thing, and tried different things with it. And I tried it crisscross wise. So I tried it crisscross wise and I ended up doing this. Hey, Monica, remember when I said I couldn't draw? And we would be up at your studio up at the hangar at the airport, and you would have all these activities for us to do, and I was sure I could never do them. Yeah. So that's my owl, and I did it with stuff, so that was kind of fun to do. I like him. I kind of like that. That's that one tangle, and I just, instead of doing it this way, I turned it, and I thought it was cool. First, I was going to do a Mardi Gras mask of it, but then, although it would make a cool Mardi Gras. Yeah. So that's that of my art today. So, yay! And then we have, oh my gosh, here comes Tamara. All right. So Tamara wrote, put this back up here. Why is that one down there? I thought it would be fun looking, close this. I thought it would be fun looking at some more visual art stuff I did in 2000. We had to choose 3 passages from 3 different books for the subject concept development. And I love the subject brainstorming ways my brain works. Anyway, make it the easiest. Yes, you made it very easy for me by putting 3 of them into it. So it was nice because I could just pull them all in. So here was her 3 passages from 3 different books. I love this. Very cool. So, what size is each of those squares? They look like they're like 1.5 by 1.5, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, or 2 by 2. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, probably a 2 by 2. Maybe. Nah, maybe not. 1.5 by 1.5, maybe. And then she did this one, the writer's passage out of the stretch of cobbles written on the body passage, such pairs as these have seen the world, and journey of a wife passage, bodies have feelings, body. Oh, so she put this passages there. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Got the wrong size one. I'm doing the wrong size one. There we go. So here is the one called The Writers, and the passage was out of the stretch of cobbles written on the body passage, such pairs as these have seen the world. And then journey of a wife, the passages, bodies have feelings, bodies suffer, bodies stumble. Final pieces from the thumbnails. Oh, I get it. So these thumbnails were there, and then from those you took those and you got these final pieces. Oh gosh, they're so cool. I love them. And then on this one, let me get this bigger for you. There we go. This is on 1, 2, 3 of 5. Is the start to still not finished work in progress. If I don't like the end result, I will use it for collage pieces, and your collages are always fantastic. This is a mixed media on a size A2 paper, and I'm playing with crackle medium with watercolor pencils, color pencils, and acrylic paint. What a mishmash. Anyway, I don't like it yet, but I'm not finished. We'll keep it at the paper, will not go to waste. Oh gosh. So cool. Those are the first 3 of 5 steps. Oops, hang on. And then 4 and 5 of the work in progress. I'm really interested to see how you take that final bit and change it and what you do. I can see that the eye in the final part that you have is more defined than you normally have in your things that you send in. And so my eyes, it kind of stands out to me. But I love the color combination. I really do. And the flow of it. I want to see what you do with this. I really do. Um, oh, I'm sorry, Caroline. Caroline says, "Where do I find this art?" Caroline, this is artwork from from this community. This particular, oops, remove from. So this is Tamara at Tam's Art. That's on in the show right now. You'll see her in chat. Tamara lives in Australia. And so on Sunday, my community sends in their art that they've been working on, sends in samples of it to me, and we have show and tell before story time. Because this all kind of came about from watching artists on art channels, and then I led to this and led to stories that were about the art, and then I was showing how I did art things with little kids, and then I wanted to share their stuff. So every Sunday night we have show and tell, and people send things in. Tamara is a highly talented artist. I mean, just amazing. And Larry, oh my goodness, he can watercolor and other things that he does. He's also a fluid artist. Linda does amazing collages, and Fatima is a great artist. A lot of the people that are, it's just so, so beautiful. Yeah, exactly. Monica said it. What a beautiful evolution. Exactly. Exactly. Yes. She's next level. Between her and Larry, I'm wanting to be like this when I grow up. Linda is extremely talented, and we kind of have to pull her tooth and nail to have her send things in. Um, oh, you know what? She, oh, you guys, isn't this classic? I've always wished I was artistic like this. So the thing is, Caroline, before I started this channel, I did not own a sketchbook. Now I have built my own art studio, and I have filled more because I filled so many sketchbooks. This recording studio was getting filled up, and I have all kinds of stuff. And it's just a matter of practice, kind of like, well, like I'm like what you do. You have your host studio with crafting, and it's just amazing what you can do. I didn't think I could do it either, and I just puddle away and practice, and just with this totally supportive community of just playing. And then there's a lot of stuff that what I do and what I did as a teacher of little kids for 35 years is I always had to make mistakes so that they could feel successful. And I would experiment. We would try stuff. And that's the kind of art stuff that I would share initially. And it's kind of fun. Artists are at various levels within different meanings. A magical group that supports each other. Yes, that's right. Fatima has our theme down. Exactly. So, yay. Okay, next. Boom. All right, I'm back. And so that's where we are right now. And grab my books. Um, and it's time for story time. You guys, thank you so much for sending stuff in. It's so fun and for everybody for being here. But I I said I'm dragon today. And not only, I mean, fall back on the clock. You would think it was dragon because of that, but I found a couple books about dragons, and you know me. And when even is she coming back? Did she come into play? She decided to choose some of the stories. I've been doing dragon stuff. Yes. Oh, she doesn't want to sit back there. She wants to sit up here. And anyway, so I thought that was fun. I'm dragging in with with the getting an extra hour of sleep. I slept a long time. I tell you, folks, I slept in even though we had extra. So I may not be extra tired, but I thought I would start with dragons. And I found two books. I have two books that I want to, and so they kind of had to fit. But like always, I have to start with something that's a little different. So you guys have all heard me read from The Dragons Are Singing Tonight. And but I thought I would pull just a poem out of that first to start with from Peter Siss's Jack Piletsky's book with illustrations by Peter Siss. Um, I have another book I'll share on Thursday that Peter has done recently. Peter Siss is really an amazing artist. All the books that he does um, are known because of he does this aspect of doing certain kind of borders around and the detail of his work. But tonight, I thought I'd read I Wish I Had a Dragon. Get my keyboard out of the way. Push it up so you can see. Let's see. Oh, brightness is up to. There we go. I wish I had a dragon with diamond-studded scales, with claws like silver sabers and fangs like silver nails. A dragon fierce and faithful, always ready by my side. A dragon to defend me or to take me for a ride. I wish I had a dragon with eyes of shining gold who breathed a plume of fire whenever it was told. A dragon so ferocious it might frighten Frankenstein, but not a lazy dragon who sleeps all day like mine. And I love the dragon taking a nap. Peter Siss, such an amazing artist. So good in what he does. Peter Siss was born in Czechoslovakia and he lives in New York City. He was educated in Prague and London, and his films have received honors throughout the world. His drawings appear regularly in the New York Times Book Review and other publications. He's the author-artist of Komodo and Ocean World, Follow the Dream, Beach Bull, and other popular books. He also illustrated the book The Whipping Boy by Sid Fleischman, which is quite an amazing book, but he illustrated Jack's dragon poems, which is wonderful. Yay. But tonight, I also have another dragon to read to you. And this one is called The Bakery Dragon. It's a fairly new book by Devin L. Kurtz. And Devin L. Kurtz lives in San Diego with her dog and her 36 houseplants. She started painting in Photoshop at the age of 2 when her artist mom first offered her a tablet pen and has been drawing dragons ever since. She began her career in the animation industry as a background painter and visual development artist and has illustrated a number of books, including Mother of Sharks. The Bakery Dragon is her first picture book as an author illustrator. So, you know how that hard to do is. This is called The Bakery Dragon. And I just thought it was cute. came in a recommended book list from Books A Million, and I thought I would share for story time. So we're not dragging too much. Anyway, let's see. What kind of dragon? Nap-loving ones. Hi, Lupe! Yay! Oh, no. I sent you some more leaves, Gretchen, just for you. Oh, my goodness. Trusting one's intuition. Always drawing. Yeah, I did not draw. As a kid, I did, but my sisters were always, why is that not going in the middle? I'm moving myself back and forth. We're always far more now. Oh, well, it's just what I do. The bakery dragon. In fact, okay, hang on. I have to tell you guys this before we go on to the book. Okay, we hung a show for the Mustard Seed Project of my Tart group, the True Art Resonates Through Sisterhood group that I'm with down here. And so we have a show in November, December at the Mustard Seed Project. And there was one spot left that they needed something hung, and I only had one photo up there, and everybody else had 2 or 3 or 4 pieces. And they said, Gretchen, go home, get something else. So I ran home, and Bob had picked out something different than what I had chosen. I had chosen a photograph, I thought. He chose a collage that I did. Not a photograph, a collage. Seriously? So I took it up with the other one, and I asked Naomi, who is at the Mustard Seed, I said, which one should I do up? And she chose the collage. So I, for the first time, am hanging something that is not one of my photographs in a show. Yikes. Talk about freaky scary. Anyway, that's that. Back to this. The Bakery Dragon by Devin L. Kurtz. There's nothing a dragon loves more than gold. And Ember the dragon was no exception. Ember wished he had treasure of his own to guard. Hey, get off my hoard. How'd you get all this gold anyway? Come, see for yourself. Blaze's method did not seem... Whoops, what's this down here? Quite effective. He's chasing him. So Ember found some stray villagers and puffed the biggest, scariest flame he could muster. Unfortunately, it was a very small flame. Oh, how adorable! Don't feed it or it will never leave you alone. At dusk, the other dragons flew back home with their spoils. Ember didn't want to follow empty-handed. Just then, Ember spied a glimmer of gold in the foggy village. He raced toward it, hoping hope kindling in his heart, but it was only a street lamp. He wandered the darkening streets, drawn toward a golden glow from around the corner. But it was only a window. Ember's feet were too heavy to take him any farther. He curled up in the blanket of warm light and fell asleep. But as he slept, a raging storm blew into town. You better come in or you'll be washed off the mountain. Oh. Look at that. Back there. Love it. You can wait out the storm in my bakery. Now, villagers didn't usually like dragons on account of all the theft. But this one seemed different. Why don't you come and give me a hand? Wash first. Cute. Push with your whole body. You've got it. Ember's big hands may have been too clumsy for a gold a gold thief, but they were perfectly suited for this. Even his tiny flame sufficed to light the wood stove. Ember watched, full of wonder, as the gooey globs of dough formed it like magic into shining gold. Ember didn't know you could make gold. This tray is for you. Oh. And off he went. Back home, curled atop his toasty golden hoard, Ember felt a pang of sadness. He missed the bakery. But when he closed his eyes, it smelled like he hadn't left. It smelled tasty, too. The baker's gold was like nothing he'd ever tasted before. It was buttery and rich, crunchy yet soft. It was glorious. Soon the delectable smell drew visitors. Can we have a taste of your gold, Ember? Just one bite each. Unfortunately, Ember did not account for the size of their bites. I'll give you 10 gold coins if you bring back more. I'll give you 100. I'll give you anything. Their pleading gave him an idea. The baker wasn't so sure. My customers aren't fond of you and your friends. You've done an awful lot of stealing. On second thought, come on in. Washed up. Look at him. All kinds of things. There's nothing a dragon loves more than gold. But as it turns out, baking gold is better than taking it, and sharing it is best of all. And that's the bakery dragon. I thought that was cute. Yeah. Let's see what everybody's checking in on, saying. A perfect tale for my bedtime. Yes. I kind of dragon nap loving ones. Emails your pictures. Oh. We'll see. We'll get to those afterwards. Shauna's here. How are you? Yay. Nice to have you here, Shauna. So sweet. And those pictures are terrific. Yes. Yes. Fabulous artwork. So the next book is a completely different kind of story, but it has to do with dragons too. You know my own philosophy. Those of you who know me well, everybody always thinks of dragons as being quite fierce and awful, and I have different ideas. They're kind of my spirit animal, and I have several that live here in the studio, and I kind of have always thought they've gotten kind of a raw deal. So when I found this next book, I thought it fit perfectly with that, and I think you're going to like it. It's called The Truth About Dragons, and it has a great cover. There it is, The Truth About Dragons. Yeah. And it's written by Julie Luang and illustrated by Hannah Cha. Look at that. The Truth About Dragons. Lean in close, my darling bay boy, and I will whisper a most precious secret about a powerful magic that lives inside you. But in order to understand this magic, first you must go on an epic quest to learn the truth about dragons. You must put your favorite cloak around your shoulders and your sturdiest boots on your feet. Leave on a day when the air is crisp as new paper, the wind is gentle, and the skies are clear. You will journey into the deepest heart of the forest. Follow the brook as it winds through the gnarled groves. Dried oak leaves will crunch beneath your steps as honey-colored sunlight trickles down from the treetops. If you encounter mischievous hobgoblins who peer at you from under mossy bridges, demanding trinkets or answers to riddles, speak briefly but make no promises. Beware the glowing will-o'-the-wisps whose gentle whispers lure travelers from their path. Look for a humble yellow cottage perched on stilts at the center of a boggy swamp. A wise woman will be living inside. Her house smells of cedar chests, sugar cookies, and apple cider. A drink she will spoon for you from a cauldron. And when you ask her about dragons, she will answer. Dragons are fearsome and fire-breathing, my child, with wings like a bat's and a body of a lizard. Piercing horns grace their reptilian heads. They live deep underground, hoarding piles of treasure. Many a foolish knight has failed in their pursuit of a dragon's gold and fortune. And that would be one truth about dragons. You may also journey into another forest. This one of towering green bamboo, crackling and swishing in the breeze. A sticky mist clings to jagged mountaintops, and crickets chirp a merry tune. Follow the footprints of nine-tailed foxes who turn into ghostly maidens at night. If you lose the trail, speak with the white rabbit who dwells on the moon and keeps the moon goddess company. He will guide you back to the path. Soon you will happen upon an airy palace overlooking a towering waterfall. A wise woman will be living inside. In the sitting room that smells of incense and jasmine rice, she will serve you chrysanthemum tea in a delicate porcelain bowl. And when you ask her about dragons, she will answer. Dragons are majestic creatures of air and fire. You would be lucky if you were to ever see one, my child. They have a body like a serpent with 5 claws on each leg and a flaming pearl embedded in their chin. They rule in the skies and rivers, commanding the rain to fall and the floodwaters to rise. And that would also be a truth about dragons. Most adventurers have only one story to call their own. And some who cannot travel more than one path may demand that you choose between the clouds and the caves. For dragons cannot dwell in both, they say. But, my darling boy, this is the precious secret. Inside your heart is where the two forests meet. Both journeys are yours to take. Both worlds are yours to discover. The two wise grandmothers await to share with you their truths about dragons. And that is the truth about dragons. Yes. I love that one. I love how it just, I love the message of not having to take one path, that there's not more than one way. And I just absolutely love that. So Shauna's here. This artwork too. Perfect book for you. Yes, dragons got a bum rap, but they are, I'm still one of these days. Monica knows my story about dragons and dragonflies. I think someday I'll write that. Someday I will. The art, was it watercolor? Let's go back and look. Let me check back here and see if it tells me. View title details. See format. Let's go back and look at the pages here. Go back. The truth about dragons. Here we go. Opening. And oh nope, not there. Here. Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Nope. I don't know. I think it was watercolor. It seemed like watercolor. I was going to go back and see if I could find it again. And that's that. I have so many books. Oh, there it is. Manage loan. Read with Libby. There we go. And we'll go up here. Let's go back and find like the middle pages. I would say here, if I go show you this, I would say that it looks like more than just watercolor. I think it's a combination of ink, watercolor, and perhaps gouache or colored pencil. Yeah, some of this could be watercolor ink. Like the background looks watercolor, but this looks like ink in the pathway on some of these, or could be gouache. I don't know. Since I have the book from the library, it does not. Oftentimes, it doesn't give me that. Those details. It's not that I don't have the actual book from the library. I have it from Libby, and it doesn't. They tend to not put the details that are in that kind of aspect to it. So it is. A couple of pages did have the look. Yeah. As I navigated an old and new. Oh, this is so deeply as Monica she's feeling this so deeply as I navigate an old and new world. Yeah, Monica has been through more in the past couple years than I think almost anybody I know. And I so admire everything that she's done for herself in really trying times. And she has come through with glowing colors. Monica, you will have to come down. So you can grab Terry and the two of you come down. I have a guest room. I have an art studio. We could play. Yes. Anyway, um, that was it for tonight for the stories. So that one about dragons, it's just they have such a message. You don't ever, there's always been that thing about how that fierce and often that they were that they fierce creatures. It's like all tales meant to scare children or something like that. But then there's the legends about when there's the fire dragon in the air and the earth and this and the we have fire, earth, air, and water dragon, and then occasionally you get the north dragons that come in that are like ice dragons, which could be considered white water, but have a whole nother realm. But it's just fun to have those and to tell stories. And to open yourself up to looking at two sides of things and different sides of things, and it just that book really spoke to me when it said you don't have to follow one path, you can go many ways. So that's what I'm working on. I started on my on camera channel too. I started doing I did it because I opened the lens for this new lens, and I did that. So some of my photography is going over there. I'm keeping this channel, I think, mainly for my art and storytelling. That's where it's gone to, and that's what I'm going to do with it. And yeah, but it's fun. It's so much fun. And you know what? Each and every one of you guys who come here and share this time with me, it makes my day. It is so um, fulfilling and bucket filling. And each of you know that you are bucket fillers. And you fill my bucket each time you come here and the things you talk to each other about. And then I hope that my stories help to fill your bucket and get you on your way for the week. And we come back for more stories on Thursday. Um, I'm going to put it out there right now that Thursday I will be back at 6 o'clock rather than at 6:30. Get a little earlier for those folks on the East Coast, and just give it a whirl. See how that goes. If that works pretty well, we'll keep it. I don't want to confuse everybody. Watercolor with ink could have an actual pen too. Great illustrations and story. Yes, it does. And that's another thing is what I want these stories to do, want these books to be able to do is for them to spark your imagination with your own art. They inspire me. There's so many different things that we do, and it's just so fun. It's kind of like my Zentangle. I never would have done that if Inktober, Patty got going on it, and I really kind of love that now. And my watercolor, although I'm nowhere near at the Larry level, I still it's a lot of fun. What am I going to do for this Christmas time, you guys? After last year, I did my 12 days of Christmas. I don't know what I'm going to do, what kind of goofy kind of thing I'm going to do. So who knows? After this, I'm going to record my podcast for the Little Giant things for my Nod Pod Pomo that I'm doing and catch up with that. But for now, I really want to say thank you for being here, for being part of the Bucket Filling Brigade, for sharing this time and my passion for children's literature and recognizing that picture books are not just for kids, that they have a message for everyone, and that there's something to share, whether they inspire you, whether it's the message, whether it's the art, there's something out there in them. And it is an amazing, beautiful art form. And I love sharing it with all of you amazing, beautiful people. So thank you so much for being here tonight, for being part of the Bucket Filler Brigade, and for sharing this time with me. And for now, everybody, keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It's all around you. But the first place you're going to find it is when you go look in your own mirror. And I'll see you on Thursday. Bye.
In the heat of the night, we could get lost in all the lights and sounds. Feel alright, we won't go home, we will just stay here downtown. There's not just stars on the boulevard, they're in the light in your eyes. Oh, we don't need no black cards, I just need you by my side.
Oh, Larry has a good idea.
We could be
Let's make Christmas cards. What a good idea. We could do that all during November. Oh my goodness. Road trip.
We could be famous. You blow my mind, looking like a model, baby.
gnomes. Yes, they're great. Pinecone gnomes. Could have little fanciful dragon gnomes. We could do dragon gnomes. Hi, Tamara. Oh gosh. I have a bunch of paper here I could do for cards.
I just need you by my side. We could be shameless, famous, running cool with a love that leaves us weightless.
I know Patty was doing Zentangle Christmas cards, and she had she drew Christmas trees and Christmas scenes and then Zentangled inside of them.
We could be famous. We could be famous. We could be famous.
I like this idea.
We could be shameless, famous, running cool with a love that leaves us weightless. Ooh, drop that gorgeous, wow. Ooh, you got me feeling starstruck too. We could be famous. We could be famous. We could be famous. We could be famous.
Ooh. I love that.